This is outrageous. It's unfair.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Hey guys, have any of you noticed how Obi-Wan so often places his hand on so many of his unconscious or dead friends? This is actually a Force ability that he's using. It's in the same way that we check one's pulse, in real life. However, he sends and receives signals through the Force when in contact with another person's face, particularly their forehead area. I'll read a piece that comes only from the Young Reader Classic book, which is not to be confused with the junior novelization or even the regular novelization. However, before I do that, to give another piece of info for you guys, in the Star Wars role-playing game Revised Core Rulebook, it states that whenever one uses the light side power Force heal and touches the other like we see Obi-Wan always do, it has this to say about it. It stabilizes a dying character, restores vitality points, and to be executed, you must touch the target. Now the scene from the Young Reader Classic book says this. Strange, an old man had frightened them off. He bent down beside the fallen boy. Then he touched him. It was a gentle touch, yet it seemed to have the power to open Luke's eyes. Luke found himself gazing up at the kind face of the hermit, Ben Kenobi. So as we can see, this was clearly the first Force power that Obi-Wan used on Luke. By touching his forehead, he brought him back to consciousness where he saw old Ben. Now obviously for dramatic effect and using this power itself, Obi-Wan can be seen doing this when he's touching the face of Qui-Gon Jinn as he's dying. This is also of course a sign of emotion, but it's also a way of him checking his vitals. We can see this on the Genosian Arena as well, and some other places in Star Wars. Now this shouldn't be confused with the same thing that Palpatine did, which I compared and explained in a very old video. The Sith can't use light side powers, obviously because, they're evil. So therefore, they do the negative version, which is to drain those around them, which is where the theory of Palpatine draining Padme's life came into play, while Vader was being constructed and brought to life. Now we've seen Force drain a lot in the comics, especially in Legends, so if Disney decides to bring this back as a way of Palpatine maybe, helping to kill Padme, then that would be kind of cool and it would make sense a little bit. Because as of right now, her just dying because she's sad is definitely a plot hole. That's a theory not confirmed by Lucasfilm or George Lucas himself. However, it's an interesting thought and kind of makes you think while you're looking at that scene, since they're both flashing as one dies, the other one awakens. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I will see you all in the next episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember,
The Force will be with you always.